Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I'll be reviewing the Vacheron Constantin Overseas Dual Time reference 7920V/210A-B333 with a silver dial and stainless steel watch. Some people call it Vacheron Constantin. I guess that's how you pronounce it in French, but we're not in France, we're in America, so I'm going to call it Vacheron Constantin. Okay, so let's go ahead and start talking about this watch. Now, just to give you a brief overview, this is part of the Overseas collection, easily Vacheron's most coveted line. They make very many collections. And very many good collections, actually. We sell a lot of them, and it's a great brand for us, and it's one of the best three brands out there, right up there with Audemars Piguet, Patek Philippe, and Vacheron Constantin. So yeah, it's one of the top ones. They make a Traditionale collection, and it's a nice dress watch with some complication. They make a 56, which is a little bit retro, vintage looking, and they make a Patrimony, and of course they make the Overseas. Overseas by far is the one that everyone wants. It's like the equivalent of a AP Royal Oak or a Patek Nautilus. So for a time, some of these were going above retail, and they're not easy to get. And it's not hard to see why, because just looking at it, you think it is quite a good looking watch, and sports watches do very well no matter which brand you are. And if you're a top brand like Vacheron, which is actually the oldest luxury watch brand out there. It's even older than Patek or Audemars. Okay, now with that said, let's move on and talk about the watch itself. I didn't tell you, just a brief overview is that the Overseas, you might have thought it came out at the same time as the Royal Oak or the Nautilus, which was in like the 1970s, but it didn't. It came out, I think, something in the 1990s. Vacheron decided, hey, you know what? AP and Patek are making all this money, making integrated sports watches. We need to do the same. So let's make it Overseas. And actually, it worked because it is a very good looking watch. All right, so with that said, let's start talking about the case. The case is 41 millimeters, which is the same size as a Royal Oak and more or less the same size as the Nautilus. So that's right in there with their competition. And they do a good job of making the case not much different from their competitors in the sense that it has a satin finish on top with a high polished beveled edge on the side, and it is integrated, meaning it flows from the body to the bracelet in one seamless fashion. Okay, I'm going to turn it on its side so you can see the thickness is actually not that thick. It's 12 millimeters. That's totally a perfectly fine thickness, not too thick, not too thin, and yeah, it's not a chronograph, but it's okay. All right, so did I mention, by the way, that you can break down the Overseas by complication? They make a time only. This is a dual time. They also make a chronograph, a tourbillon, open work, etc., etc. So this is not the cheapest one because it's got a dual time, but it's not the most expensive either. So it's in the middle somewhere. Very nice watch though. Okay, that is the case. Now let's talk about the bezel. I think the bezel is pretty interesting here. They use their Maltese cross design, so like the edges of this bezel, it's not exactly like a Royal Oak where you have octagonal, non-circular shaped watch. This watch is still circular, actually. If you look at the it's just the outside the bezel, they done this sort of design or motif or whatever you want to call it, but it's still a circular watch. The head is still circular. Yeah, the lugs kind of stick out a little bit, but it's still circular. Okay, anyways, the bezel is pretty cool. It's got this Maltese cross high polish, and then underneath it they do this sort of a plate, I guess, that as a backdrop to the bezel. I think it's pretty aesthetic, but it definitely looks pretty cool. Okay, let's move on to the dial here. Now, at first glance, you're like, dang, this dial has a lot to look at. It's asymmetric, and it is, but I think it's pretty cool. It's to me, it's a lot more fun than just having a watch with just time and date only. I'm not all that excited about simply time and date. So this one is a dual time. Now, This little hand here, the one with the red arrow on it, that one goes around same like the hour hand, except that there's an AM/PM indicator. So let's say, for example, you're in USA, you set the time with a normal three hands, and then the second the GMT hand that's in red, that could be telling like in Europe or something. And since you wouldn't know because it's a 12-hour, it's not a 24-hour, it's a 12-hour, then they have AM/PM indicator, which tells you, you know, if it's morning or night over there, which I think is pretty cool. And on top of that, it has the date 1/31, which is at the bottom, because oftentimes we forget the date. In fact, I even forget the date today. So that's pretty cool. And I think they also kind of did it to make it aesthetically pleasing, you know, just looks pretty cool. All right, this is a silver dial. Then they also make this dual time in other configurations. They make it in black, they make it in blue, they make it in rose gold, they even make it in actually they make it in rose gold in green dial and also a silver dial. So they do a nice job of different variations to it. Now let's take a look at the bracelet here. Now this is, as I said, reference 7920V. Now, dual time has gone through some updates in the past, and one of the updates was to make it thinner, so it's 12 millimeters. I think before it was a little bit thicker. The second one is also to make the bracelet thinner. Now, you might not know this because if you unless you watch this video, but before, I believe that at the buckle it was 22 millimeters in length, not in length, in width. And now they changed that to 20 millimeters. Now you might think, well, going from 22 to 20 is not that big, but actually 10%, and it does feel quite big. It makes the watch look a little bit more streamlined, and it's just a more refined bracelet now, and it's also thinner. I think it tapers better. It's also thinner, and it just looks more fitting now. Now that doesn't mean the old one wasn't good, but the new one is better. And if you look at the way that the bracelet is done, they carry on the same Maltese motif going down the center links, and I think that's really cool. It just really makes the watch look integrated. Okay, now let's go ahead and move on here to the movement. And the movement, you know, it's actually a little bit different than before. I believe the old movement had, now if you look at this movement, it has a gold rotor sandblasted in the center. I believe the old one had a little bit of a cutout. Yeah, it did have a little bit of a cutout. Actually, the old one was nice too, but this one's nice as well. And it has just a really beautifully done rotor, which they proudly display on the back. Okay, and let's see what else we can say about that. No, that's it. Actually, I forgot to mention this on the bracelet. Vacheron is one of the first companies, I believe, of the major companies at least, to do a interchangeable bracelet. And in fact, they not only do an interchangeable bracelet, they do it without tools. AP just figured out how to do that like a couple years ago. Vacheron's been doing it for a long time. So you can simply press this button, you can remove the bracelet, and then you can replace it with a leather bracelet or a rubber bracelet, and that really makes this watch even more versatile, because sometimes you want to change it on bracelet. And other brands, for example, like AP, that you have the option to change it, but it's a real headache. On a Royal Oak, you actually need a double-sided screw to change the bracelet from rubber, and you need to buy these things called plots, and it's a big headache, you know, and it's not something that you're going to do back and forth. I wish they would have figured it out like Vacheron. Vacheron figured out this very intelligent way to change it. Okay, so yeah. Well, actually, AP did figure out how to do it on their offshores, but they didn't figure out how to do it yet on their Royal Oaks. I'm sure they'll figure it out at some point. But anyways, Vacheron has figured out how to do it on their overseas, which is great. All right. So that's the movement. I think that's everything. So I'm going to try this watch on my wrist. Now look, I'm 200 pounds, 6 foot tall, and I have a 7.5 inch wrist. And as you see, this 41 millimeter looks great on me. I can definitely recommend it for those who have a 7-inch wrist or larger. And I can also just tell you that the Overseas is a great alternative to the very well-known Royal Oak and Nautilus. Why? Because those brands are great. Those watches are great. They're amazing at watches, actually. Some of the best in the world, if not the two best in the world. But a lot of people have them and a lot of people recognize them. So if you want something that a little bit off the beaten path that not everybody's going to recognize, then but you still want it from a major, massive name, then Vacheron Constantin is definitely going to be on your list. In fact, it might even be number one on your list. And so I think they just do a great job craftsmanship wise, prestige wise, and also you don't have to pay no crazy premium for it, because yeah, you might have to pay a little bit, but AP Patek, the premium on their watches are nuts. I mean, Patek is going like double retail, sometimes even more, and AP is going to be tens of thousands over retail. Some of these on Vacheron, for example, like this one, retailing for 32,000 or so. We're selling it at Jazz Time for less than that right now. Now, if we sell that one, we'll get you another one. I'm not sure it's going to be above or below retail, but it definitely be at market price. And market price is hovering more or less at retail price, plus minus, a little bit. So yeah, for those reasons, I'm going to give this watch definitely 2 thumbs up. And if you'd like to buy it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in Jazz Time, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.